There's a quiet wisdom that only comes with time. In your 20s and 30s, life feels like a race to collect people, friends, colleagues, acquaintances. The bigger your social circle, the more alive you feel. But somewhere along the way, as the years pile on and the noise of life quiets down, you start to realize something surprising. You don't need a big circle of friends to be happy, especially not after 6'5". In fact, you may discover that a smaller circle, or even no circle at all, is where peace truly lives. But don't mistake this for bitterness or loneliness. No, this is something far richer. This is about protecting your peace, preserving your energy, and choosing joy on your own terms. So today, let's walk together through 6 powerful reasons why your friendships naturally evolve, and why it's perfectly okay to let them. Pour a cup of your favorite tea, find a cozy chair, and let's reflect together in the Silver Library. 1. You've already earned your place in this world. When we're young, we strive endlessly to be accepted. We go to parties we don't enjoy, say yes to things we don't believe in, and surround ourselves with people just to feel like we belong. Friendship, in our younger years, often comes with hidden strings: approval, validation, and social status. But by 65, you've been through life's tests. You've loved and lost. You've worked hard and sacrificed much. You've already proven your worth to yourself and to the world. And now, you don't need a social circle to confirm your value. Take Margaret. She spent decades balancing a career and raising her family while keeping up appearances at social clubs. But once she retired, she asked herself, am I maintaining these friendships because they bring me joy, or because they once filled a need I no longer have? Turns out, much of it was just habit. So she let some of those relationships gently fade. And in their place she found space for hobbies, family, and quiet mornings. No regrets. No explanations needed. 2. Peace becomes the real priority. There's a saying that goes, the older you get, the quieter your happiness becomes. And it's true. In your 30s, happiness might have meant birthday parties, noisy dinners, and endless chats on the phone. But at 65, happiness starts to sound a lot like silence. It's the kind of peace where your thoughts aren't racing, your phone isn't buzzing, and your calendar isn't packed. Just you, your thoughts, and the slow rhythm of life. Look at David. Once the life of the party, he now finds his greatest joy in walking his dog at sunrise. No phone calls, no obligations, just quiet streets and birdsong. Peace isn't lonely, it's healing. And sometimes, too many friendships clutter that peace. 3. Fewer people, deeper bonds. Let's be honest, not every friend is a good friend. Some relationships drain you, some disappoint you, and some leave you feeling lonelier in a crowd than when you're alone. By 65, you've learned that it's better to have 2 genuine friends than 20 acquaintances. Consider Linda. In her younger years, she felt pressure to keep up with every friend from high school, college, work, and the neighborhood. But she noticed something. The people she called friends rarely checked in on her. She was the one keeping the connection alive. So she let go. And guess what? Her world didn't crumble. The people who mattered stayed close. The rest quietly faded, making room for something better. Authentic connection. Fewer people, less drama, more peace. 4. Your time becomes sacred at this stage in life. You understand something younger people often don't. Time is your most precious currency. You no longer want to waste it on conversations that go nowhere or social events that leave you feeling empty. You want to spend your time doing what nourishes your soul. Think of Peter. His calendar used to be packed. Bridge club on Monday, coffee with neighbors on Tuesday, book club on Thursday. It all sounded nice on paper. But in reality, he felt exhausted, like he was on a treadmill he couldn't step off. So one day, he did step off. He started spending his mornings in the garden and his afternoons reading by the fireplace. And for the first time in years, his time felt like his own. When you treat your time as sacred, you start saying no more often, and yes only when your heart says yes. 5. Protecting your health and energy as we age. Our energy shifts. Where we once could juggle 10 things at once, now we're more selective about where we spend our mental and physical energy. Large social circles often require more energy than they give back. There's the energy to keep up with everyone's life updates, the energy to attend gatherings, the emotional labor of comforting, advising, or navigating conflicts. For some, this still feels fulfilling, but for many, it feels draining. Look at Janet, 66. For years, she was the emotional support for her entire friend group, the one who listened to everyone's problems, but rarely shared her own. Eventually, she realized she was burning out, so she gave herself permission to step back and prioritize her own well-being. Yoga classes replaced social lunches. Afternoon naps replaced phone calls. Her health improved. Her stress dropped. And the friends who truly cared? They respected her choice. Self-care isn't selfish. It's survival. 6. Inner joy replaces outer validation. Perhaps the greatest shift that happens after 65 is this. You no longer need outside approval to feel complete. In your earlier years, friends often served as mirrors, reflecting back who you thought you should be, but now, you're finally comfortable just being you. You don't need a birthday party to feel loved. You don't need a dozen comments on your Facebook post to feel seen. You don't need a crowded room to feel alive. Joy comes from your morning coffee, your evening walk, your favorite song on the radio. It comes from within. Take George. At 68, he spends his afternoons painting landscapes, sometimes alone, sometimes with his dog by his side. He posts his work online not for likes or comments, but simply because it brings him joy. He's not chasing applause. He's living his truth. And that is the ultimate freedom, the beauty of letting go. So, let's reflect. Isn't it liberating to know that you don't have to hold on to every friend you've ever made? Some friendships fade naturally, some end painfully, and some you simply outgrow, and that's okay. Life after 65 is about quality, not quantity. It's about nurturing the relationships that truly matter and letting go of those that drain you. It's about embracing solitude as a gift, not a punishment. So give yourself permission to step away from what no longer fits and lean into what fills your heart with quiet joy. If this message resonated with you, type Silver Wisdom in the comments below. Let's build a thoughtful community together, one that values depth over noise, meaning over popularity. And if you haven't already, join us here at the Silver Library by subscribing and tapping the bell. Together, we'll continue exploring the timeless lessons life has to offer. Until next time, take care of yourself and enjoy your own company. It might just be the best company you'll ever have.